reason why we win, I have to do a bit of agreeing with David, is that maybe it's something more. You know, and what I mean by that is, you know, talk about the NFL. You know, they have people who spend a lot of money and are paying a lot of money to evaluate who can make it into the NFL, right? And so we hear all these stories about the you know, this great talent who comes in, and what happens? He flops, right? Tom Brady, like him or love him, he's one of the greatest that's out there. And he's out there because, you know what, they forgot about something. He's like the last guy picked. Everybody knows the story. Most of you do. It's like 6th round pick. You know, they didn't think he was physically able. They didn't think he was mentally able. They didn't think that he was going to, but he snuck in, and then he surprised us all. He will go down as one of the greatest, one of the many. But they didn't think about grit. They didn't think about the not giving up, doing what it takes to push forward and to move it through. They forgot about that and the key to that. So that's what I want you to think about. It reminds me of another story that I want to share with you. It's an incredible story about, bear with me, Sir Shackleton. I don't know if you've heard this story, but he took, I saw a yes over here. He took 27 men to go through to the Antarctic. I hate the cold, that's why I'm here in Houston. It is to go coast to coast around the Antarctic. He took his wooden ship. It was like 1915, just to set the stage there. When he went there, they got stuck in the ice. They were prepared, but it didn't work out the way they thought. Isn't that what life brings us? It doesn't always work out the way we think. So they got stuck in the ice starts to crush the boat, and they all have to get off. And so it crushes it so much that it sinks. And now they're stuck in the Antarctica. Could you imagine being stuck in the Antarctic with not much, and these gentlemen only can survive on penguins and seals? So it makes you think about, you know, that saying where, you know, if you're going to quit, quit tomorrow. And then when you get to tomorrow, today, let's quit tomorrow. Let's quit tomorrow. And when you get to the end, that's how you succeed. It's because you keep thinking, you know, if I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit tomorrow. You know, we had, pause for just a second. A lot of you are here late today because, you know, some people were life-flighted out. I heard some grumbling in the back of it, but maybe some police were life-flighted out today. Maybe there's some life lost with our challenge of being here. And we're all like, oh, we're late. We're starting the meeting late. You know, think about people have some challenges. So as far as it's not quitting. So with the Tom Brady example, the Sir Shackleton example, these 27 men are stranded. He then takes a lifeboat, goes 800 miles to the nearest island. If you think about that, it's like from here to Denver, Colorado. And an open lifeboat over treacherous cold seas. He makes it to an island. Of course, no one's there. He has to actually go over a mountain, down the mountain, to find a whaler ship. Takes the whaler ship. They get back to the 27 gentlemen. And what the most amazing part of this story is that no one died. And this is in 1915. You think you might have a hard day. You may think that you have, you know, you have to deal with your family. You have to deal with a mean manager or a mean customer, or, you know, the challenges that you have to, you know, some bills. There's always somebody who's dealing with more treacherous challenges that we do. But we don't give up. You never give up, and with that, that's what carries us on because of the fact that, yes, talent. Customers already assume you have the talent. But what really pushes us forward is the mentality to never give up. The mentality that we have. So what I ask of you guys is to really think about not giving up, putting it forward, and make sure that you learn to grow. You learn to develop. You learn to push yourself forward. You know? And these guys did it as a team. And look at here. We have a great team in front of us. You're not alone. And neither were those 27 plus Shackleton. You weren't alone doing it. So remember that. And then remember our 2 keystones, which is always be grateful. Because we can lose everything in a moment. And then when you're dealing with people, never be judgmental. Always be curious. And that will help you succeed in the end, time after time.